understands Hindutva knows that it is a worldview which is centered on compassion and brotherhood. However, it also does not tolerate terrorism and supremacism. How would you explain to our Muslim brothers and sisters, most of all the young, impressionable ones, that no political force in Indian history has ever done more to dignify and uplift the Muslim community than the current dispensation led by Prime Minister Modi ji, and that fighting Islamism, if anything, is good for our Muslim youth and the progress of the Muslim community as a whole? How would you explain that to them?
Yeah, the first thing about Hindutva, I would say when talking about Hindutva, most of us are confused. Even I was confused some years ago about Hindutva. Okay, and I would say one of the major reasons why people are confused, whether it's Hindutva or Zionism or Salafism, anything, why people are confused is because of the left-dominated media. Okay, the left-dominated media, they have come up with multiple twisted definitions to attack their counterparts. And it's a very popular narrative that Hinduism, they try to separate Hinduism and Hindutva, and they say that Hinduism is all about brotherhood and compassion, while Hindutva is a dividing force. It's something which will make everybody slave. So this is what they say. In this case, what I believe, and I would suggest that it's the responsibility of the right-minded and sound-minded Hindus to come forward, and they should clear this definition, and they should tell the world that Hindutva is not what the left wing and the Islamists have painted with. And you need to collaborate with the moderate religious preachers and the religious leaders, and we should understand each other and build confidence. And this collaboration should take place based on ideology, not based on political grounds. And you need to explain the objectives and the policies of Hindutva, the way you have asked the question and the way you have told me that Hindutva is about compassion and coexistence and pluralism. So you need to explain this. This voice should be loud, and you need to explain this, the objectives and the policies, and how they're gonna, how they're gonna deal with the other communities, because there is a lot of confusion. And usually the media tell us that Hindutva will be making you slaves, Hindutva will not be tolerating you, Hindutva will be pushing you into the Indian Ocean, Hindutva will be sending you to Pakistan. So there are a lot of bad narratives, popularized by the certain media organizations or the groups for their ulterior agenda. So you have to come forward to clear this off. And I advise the Muslim youth and Muslims too that we need to talk, we need to learn, we need to interact. Okay, if somebody tells us about Zionism, even I was under impression that Zionism, the Israeli Zionism, it's all about um, you know uh, it's a power, it's a secret force, and it's all about Illuminati, it's about Freemasonry, it's about this and it's about that. So I had a lot of bad impression about Zionism. But after this Abraham Accords, which took place between UAE and Israel and Bahrain and Israel, I started reading and understanding about Zionism, and I came to know that Zionism is about the right to exist. It's about the Jewish right to exist in Israel, as we believe that Palestinians also have the right to exist in Palestine. The Jewish people believe that they have the right to exist in Israel. So there is nothing wrong if somebody believes that the Jewish people have the right to live in Israel. So it's about Zionism. It's only a concept. In the same way, Hindutva is also a concept which needs to be clarified. This is what I believe, which I personally believe. Regarding the second part of your question, Prime Minister Modi ji has been fighting against Islamism. Yes, we have seen in the recent past what his government dealt uh, has done to PFI. And in fact, an year ago, the PFI was banned. As I mentioned the name of a Muslim scholar earlier, Sheikh Muhammad Rahmani, he was speaking about PFI in Hubli, and he was warning Muslims against PFI. And there were voices in India to ban PFI. And some of the people, they said that it's not possible for Modi to ban PFI, but we have seen that the ban was taken place. We have seen that more than 100 PFI members were arrested overnight, and then um, after a week or so, PFI was banned, and nobody could challenge. Nobody could challenge. Nobody could say that no, it was not the right decision. Yes, some of the voices, some of the opponents, they try to delegitimize it, and they say that what Modi did was not correct. But we have to really appreciate. In fact, I wrote an article in News 18 and First Post appreciating this effort. We need to appreciate the effort, whoever is in the government. We need to appreciate this effort, that they are dealing with Islamism and extremism in a very solid way. And in fact, I believe that the counterterrorism agencies or the counter-extremism agencies should uh, should research or should study this model. you know Overnight they have arrested more than 100 people, and after a week the whole organization was banned, their finances were banned, their bank accounts were freezed. And so this has to be studied. So yes, we should appreciate this.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.